Well, I wanna dive into the because I happen to love being in Scandinavia. This is my first time here, but I want to know about the general health and wellness approach of the Danish because I'm personally like very interested in winter swimming and sauna, and I know you guys have a huge bike culture here, which is so cool to see. Not my thing, but it's cool to witness.
I think there are two things that is saving the Danes because we're not a healthy people.
But
we are not.
You seem it.
You're in Copenhagen. I don't hope the Danes are listening. They'll crucify me. They're already trying. So let's give them some more fuel. There are two things that I'm thinking is keeping the Danes healthy. One is the bikes. A lot of people bike. I think they get a little bit of daily exercise. We don't have a car culture in general, and cars are taxed 180% plus VAT. Not on electrical cars, which is why I can afford the Taycan Porsche you saw me riding in. Two, we eat leverpostej, which is liver pate, and because of liver, as you are well aware, is like the perfect food. It's like eggs or liver. That's like, if you want to choose two superfoods, it's not blueberries, it's not acai. I mean, fuck off. It is liver and or eggs. And we get a lot of liver from leverpostej, which is like a thing.
What animal? Is that chicken or beef? Pork liver.
Yep. And pork fat. So it has a lot of saturated fat, which we are, of course, afraid of, which both of us know is not a problem if taken in the right way.
Yeah.
Anyway, you know what I mean. So those two, I think, is kind of saving us because we don't winter bathe. We don't do saunas. We don't exercise. And we have the highest, in Europe, I don't know if this compared to the US, but we have the highest consumption of candy.
Really?
Yes. We love sugar.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, what's fascinating...
Everything is sugar. Everything is surrounded. If it's not alcohol, also we have the highest alcohol consumption as well. But if it's not alcohol, then it's sugar. And the perfect combination is obviously both.
Wow. It's fascinating, though. It's like that's not what I expected because I commented to Oliver earlier from Peoria, who set this all up. Shout out to Oliver. I haven't seen a single obese person.
Yeah.
Since
I guess
here.
we're a little further behind than you guys, but we are definitely going there. It's going in the wrong direction. So everyone is getting more and more obese. And I think just recently, if you do like a normal curve, I don't know what that's called in English, but you do like a normal whatever, then the normal is now not obese, but overweight. Like it's more than 50% that is in that in that category. So if you're normal in terms of the median of the people, then you're overweight. You're not obese yet.
Yeah.
So, but you know what I mean? So it's shifting towards that, and we can just look into the future by looking at basically you guys. Because we've been following the same trajectory like since forever.
Wow.
So it's coming, and it's earlier and earlier, and it's children, it's teenagers, it's metabolic disease early and early, it's heart disease early and earlier. So it's definitely. I mean, you obviously seen the same trends everywhere, but I mean, again, the US is just like
we're at the forefront.
You're at the forefront
we
with everything. I mean, and thank you for all that. I mean, not this latter part, but a lot of other stuff. Amazing. Thank you, technology, entertainment. We appreciate it. Very nice. But maybe this one we could have passed.
Fascinating. So, okay, you mentioned candy. What about like the predominance of ultra processed foods? Do you see that a lot here?
Yes, it's obviously for us it's super intense, and I know it's worse. But also, our problem is another stat that I want to share with you. I think it's interesting. Is we actually we're the European country I think that spends the least percentage of our disposable income on food, on groceries. I think it's 11% or something. And like 20, 30 years ago, it used to be 20%. And even, of course, obviously, food prices have gone up, especially on healthy stuff. In my view, healthy, such as animal foods, basically, dairy, stuff like that. And they just removed the tax on sugar, which has been a big thing. Like everyone is hating on the government at the moment, even more than they already did. So it's been a tough 6 months, I'll say. Everything's become very expensive, and the things that we shouldn't buy has become less expensive. And so it makes it makes no sense for us who are interested in trying to change the system into not being ill instead of treating the illness that we then get. So I think that's it's not very. It's a kind of a sad time that you're visiting here. But I guess if you look around, you're in Copenhagen. You don't see a lot of overweight people. No, that is true.
But you have a few fail safes in place. The bike culture, I mean, keeps people sort of active.
And I think the cold, maybe even. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I think we're not a lazy people. I'm not saying anyone else is, but I guess we are. We do our things, and we get things done. And I think that's also saves us in many ways. But it's not perfect. It's definitely not.
I'm so confused when you said that you don't sauna here, because one of my favorite things to do when I'm in this part of the world is sauna. And I know your neighbors, the Finns. It's like Finland's the sauna capital of the world, but you're not as into it here.
It's just arrived in Copenhagen like a year or two ago.
Wow.
Like honestly, I know people be like, "Oh, there's been saunas," but yet in the swimming pool area, like we have communal swimming pools, indoor pools, and they have saunas, but they're like 60 degrees Celsius. And I mean, if you look at the Finnish study and all that, I'm sure you're aware of, and your listeners are, that you need to have 80 degrees Celsius to make a difference, which is, I don't know how many Fahrenheit,
180
something like that. But they're not very hot, and they're not, it's like a fairly new thing. Winter, going into the ocean in the wintertime, a little specific group have been doing that for a long time. It's primarily older women. My mother's doing it. It's done it for 20 years.
Wow.
But for like my generation and younger, it's very, very new.
Have you spoken to Susanna Soberg?
Yes. I read her book.
Here. She's Dane.
She's Dane.
And she's like one of the preeminent researchers on
and she's done a lot about on cold, on the brown fat and all that. I read her book, an amazing book, Thermalist. I can recommend. And I do. I mean, I have a sauna in my summer house, a Finnish one. I have a ultra, infrared, exactly, both in the house and in my apartment. And I bring that with me. So, I mean, I do it regularly, and I do it because 3-4 times a week. But it's not common. But they're popping up everywhere here in Copenhagen, definitely. Yeah.
Wow.
So, I think when you talk about health in general, a lot of people are interested in the quick fixes. Oh, then I do sauna and I do but you live off of ultra processed foods, so you have like Snickers for breakfast and you sleep like shit. You live with your phone inside your eyeballs before you go to bed. I mean, it's not really. It's fine that you go, for a sauna goose and maybe, they have the little oil sauna, you have a nice smell, and you go to the ice bath. I mean, obviously that's fine, but it's the relativity in terms of health. I just, that's not where I would start. You know what I mean? I mean, there's so many. Oh my God, there's so much to do, as you also, I'm sure, well aware. There's so many layers of addiction to be peeled off, and so many things you need to kind of remove before we're starting to add new stuff.
I've noticed there's not a lot of smoking. I was just in London, and you smell cigarette smoke everywhere.
Well, I mean, this also forces me to see, because I only work in Denmark. So I only work with Danish numbers and the people here, and you being here kind of forces me to put things into perspective. And when you say it like that, we definitely, it feels like we are healthier. But the problem is, if the entire world, or Western world, or whatever you want to call it, is getting unhealthier by the minute and day, and we just seem healthier because we just maybe it didn't go bad that fast. I think that's more like it. I don't think we're getting healthier here at all, even though we're extending our lifespan. But are we extending our health span? I'm pretty sure Danish women, there was like a big article about this in a Danish newspaper like 8 months ago. The Danish women were the women in Europe with the lowest health span at all. Which mean, obviously, before they get some kind of illness, sickness that, has that does something to their life, so they can't enjoy life. So I think that's kind of it's a horrible stat, obviously, and I think we've succeeded in gaining so much money in taxes that we can pay for a really, really expensive hospital, which is free here for everyone. So that is able to prolong people's miserable lives, like in so many words.
Yeah, it's wild.
So I don't think this is not representing what's really going on.
Interesting.
The numbers do not show
It's
what
a thin
you're
slice,
saying.
what I'm
It is a
seeing, yeah.
super, super thin slice of a small, tiny area where people might not smoke as much. The alcohol consumption is definitely going down, definitely, and which is also fine. People just started vaping instead, and people started doing their little
The lip pouches.
lip pouches.
Yeah,
Exactly,
yeah, yeah.
we call it a mouse diaper.
But don't they come from here or this part?
Yeah,
of
well, it's Swedish, I think. I think the Swedes kind of figure out how to.
The nicotine lip pouch thing, yeah, is a
yes,
big,
huge
big thing in the
here,
U.S.
huge.
right now. Wow.
And even I jumped on the vaping wagon like a year. Yeah, no, I can't even talk about it. I'm not perfect. I mean, honestly.
No, I know. Well, you're kind of known for walking that tightrope between.
Trying.
Yeah, but it's a.
I love the vaping.
But I like
vaping,
that you take a practical, like, I'm just a real person.
Yes.
Like, I'm not trying to be some stoic living on a mountaintop somewhere. Yeah.
Oh, I love just.
You embrace fun, you embrace life,
yes,
but you're
love it.
also like you've got one foot in this like, hey, I don't want to just be here for a good time. I also
a long time.
want to be here for a long time.
Exactly. That if I was ever to be on Tinder again, that would be my bio. I'm here for a good time, but also a long time.
I like that. Well, because people are either like one
Stoic
or the other,
or
yes,
completely hedonists or like real, like just want to indulge.
it's very relatable.
Yes.
I feel the same way.
Yes, but I love life and I love a good dinner. I love champagne. I love alcohol. I love all the good things in life, dancing, whatever. I mean, there's so many things I love doing. And I've come to realize that now that I do them less, I just like them even more when I do them. So there's kind of if there's like a finite amount of fun you can have in a year, I've just spread those out on fewer islands.
Hey, if you like that video, you need to check out this one here, and I'll see you there.